Secretary of State Antony Blinken is heading to the Persian Gulf nation of Qatar this weekend. That's where thousands of Afghan refugees have been taken and where concerns remain high over the Taliban's return to power in Afghanistan. Blinken says the U.S. is in constant contact with more than 100 Americans who are still there. The Biden administration says it plans to admit about 50,000 Afghan refugees to the United States. But the process to leave Afghanistan is complicated and full of twists and turns, even for people with dual citizenship. Christina Ruffini reports on one couple's ordeal.
Onai Payam and her husband Farid, both American citizens, were only supposed to be in Kabul for 4 days.
That's you.
That's me screaming.
One last trip to see family and celebrate his brother's wedding before the Taliban took control.
On Sunday, early in the morning when I woke up, I saw one of my family members burning some documents at the backyard. That's when I thought that everything is done. It's over now. They're in.
The trip turned into an urgent evacuation. They registered with the State Department and tried to get to the airport. But crowds of desperate Afghans, some with visas, most without, blocked access to the gate.
We couldn't get in, and that's when we decided to go back and just wait. Just to wait for a better plan.
The plan came with help from friends in the U.S., who got them a contact inside the airport. They tried again, this time at night.
What is the level of anxiety you feel rolling up to a Taliban checkpoint?
You stop breathing at that moment when you see them, thinking, okay, they know who I am and they are going to take me.
But they let you go.
But they let me go.
And after a few tense minutes on the wrong side of the barbed wire, they were taken inside to wait.
I had to wait for like more than 24 hours.
Did you tell them you were American citizens?
I did a couple of times, and I was being told that everyone is the same here.
When she finally did get an evacuation flight through Uzbekistan, her husband Farid decided to stay behind and help others get out.
Well, I had family there. I had people I worked with, and I couldn't really leave them behind.
We both were in state of survivor's guilt, thinking, why was I the privileged one who managed to get in, where there were women with their small kids screaming for help. Infants left unattended. Small kids left unattended.
Did you see these kids at the airport?
Yeah.
Were there a lot of them?
There were a lot of them.
With her own 3 children anxiously waiting, Onai spent almost a week in transit back to Virginia. Farid, who got a more direct flight 3 days later, was there to welcome her.
I know your family is Afghan, you grew up there, but did this experience at all make you feel more American?
Yes, because the way I was received here, as someone I belong to, and the way they took care of me, everyone, the soldiers, the friends, the community itself.
When you came home, you felt like this is your home.
This is my home.
For CBS This Morning Saturday, Christina Ruffini, Vienna, Virginia.
You know, that's just one story. There are so many others, and there are still people that are working literally around the clock to try to help those that are trying to get out, be it U.S. citizen, Canadian citizen, or Afghans that helped in the U.S.
The reality is that so many people that have been left behind will have to remain behind and will have to deal with this new power structure.
For those who have left, imagine growing up somewhere and then leaving and realizing you may
can't
never
go back.
be able to go back.
Yeah.